Good morning, friends. And when I was asked to speak on mental wellness, one of the most important things to know is you don't have to be ill to be well. Very often, as a psychiatrist, I see students, I see parents, I see teachers, and they very often come to me after the problem has happened. So they come and tell me, I failed in my exam and I need help to do well in the next exam. I've had a boyfriend or a girlfriend that's left me and I don't know what to do now. They come and tell me I don't get along with my parents and I want some help on how to get along with them. Am I depressed? Am I anxious? Am I worried? And invariably, I always tell people that I wait for a day as a psychiatrist where I have a teenager come into my clinic and say, nothing is wrong with me. I've only come to see if I'm fine. But no one really comes. If I ask people, did you get a physical checkup done? They invariably say, yes, we do it every 6 months. When I ask them, do you get a mental health checkup done? I've never had anyone who's come to my clinic and said, well, I've just come for a routine mental health checkup to see if I'm okay. I've had many teenagers who come to me and say, I don't want to come to you because my friends tell me you're going to a psychiatrist. That means you're probably mentally ill. So I say, why don't you ever tell them that I'm going to a psychiatrist to enhance my mental wellness? And they say, well, no one really believes that because we believe psychiatrists treat disorders. But I'm here today to talk on mental wellness, and I want to tell you, psychiatrists don't treat disorders. We treat human beings. And most importantly, we help human beings achieve far more than they can. It's very important to know that for me, when I have a teenager walk into my clinic, I'm not concerned whether he's depressed, whether he's anxious, what diagnosis he fits, what medication I can give him. I'm rather concerned as to how I can help him mature as a human being so that some years from now, when he becomes an adult, he would be useful to himself, his family, and society. That's far more important to me than his grades. That's far more important to me than what he achieves career-wise. That's far more important to me than anything he does, because every teenager is going to be an adult. Every teenager is going to be a parent. Every teenager is going to be a professional at some point of time. So enhancing him as a human being is far more important. And that's what mental wellness is. A lot of people often think, I have to be ill to be well. No. We all need wellness. What is mental wellness? It is how do I feel happy? How do I feel good? How do I manage my friends? How do I manage my parents? How do I manage my life? How do I manage my family? Without letting things affect me. I have some views, they don't match with people. I have some views, they don't match with my parents. Invariably it happens. One of the common reasons I meet teenagers and when I speak to them, they say, my parents don't understand me. It's a very common statement they make. And I always tell them, do you understand your parents? And they say, no, we don't either. So have you ever sat and spoken to your parents about what you want? They say, yes. Has your parent ever spoken to you about what he or she wants? Yes. Have you all reached midway? No. Letting that dialogue occur is wellness. Not letting that dialogue occur will cause illness. The second important concept when it comes to mental wellness is we need you to be happy. Most people I meet today, unfortunately, aren't happy. WHO says that 1 in 3 people probably suffer from some psychological problem. I always tell teenagers, look to your left, look to your right. If both are smiling, then it's you. Yes, that's how bad it is. And they also say 1 in 5 people are worried about how they're going to do in their exams. I think it's 1 in 2. It's not 1 in 5. And I believe wellness is needed for everyone. It's not only you as a teenager, I think for all of us. Wellness is not about your mental health alone. It's about how you sleep, how you eat, what you do. Physical wellness is one aspect, but there's also a concept of mental wellness. A very important thing that I want to drive home here today is your mental wellness is far more important than your grades. I invariably get teenagers who come to me and say, so I'll come to you, but I just want to finish off this terminal exam. Once it's over on Saturday, Sunday, then Monday I'll come to you. And I always tell them, what would happen if you didn't give an exam? And they say, no, it's important, my marks are important, my grades are important. I want to tell you, as an adult, we've all not given an exam in school. We all have failed in an exam in school. When I was in the 6th standard, we had a maths teacher who was horrible. And I didn't follow anything she taught me, and I failed in my maths exam. I still remember the score. I got 11 out of 40. 14 was the passing. We used to always remember how much the passing was. And I came home crying. No one today asks me why you got 11 out of 40 in the 6th standard. No. Rather, people, when they don't do well in maths, are brought to me, help them out. And I say, boss, I also failed. It's okay, if he failed. But the thing is, what's important to understand is, it's okay to fail. It's okay to miss an exam. It's okay to miss a test. It's okay to miss an opportunity, as long as you don't let it affect you. Another very important thing is, how do I become one with a group of friends? Very important for wellness. The friends you have matter a lot about when it comes to your mental health. You have to ask yourself a very pertinent question. Do my friends help me, or do my friends pull me down? Invariably, I remember when I was in school, I had a group of friends who probably would do anything for each other. So if I missed school, I had friends who would already copy the notes for me and bring it. If I got a remark in my calendar, well, yes, they would try to, explain to my parents it was not my fault, so that the signing process would become a lot easier. Do you have those kind of friends? If you have those kind of friends, then they're going to stay with you for life. I'm still in touch with at least 80% of people who passed out with me way back in '93. WhatsApp, Facebook, of course, has made us come together far more than we could. But we were always in touch. It was not that we weren't. We had our phone numbers. We were still in touch. Another important aspect of mental wellness is the fact that human beings today are digital. I think all of you are digital. All of you use a smartphone. All of you are on social media. The talk is not on social media, but what's very important is, for your wellness, it's very important that your emotions are expressed. When I meet teenagers, I always tell them, what is anger? What is sadness? What is jealousy? What is envy? What is unhappiness? Have you ever thought sitting and talking about it? No. Don't express them in the form of emoticons. Don't express them in the form of status updates. No. You need to sit and talk to people about the emotions you feel. That's a very important component of wellness. When I get someone who tells me I feel happy, when I get someone who tells me I feel sad, I tell them a very important component is, please tell me, what are you experiencing? The digital world is lovely. It brings us close to a number of people, but it has made us a tad bit less human. We've stopped expressing our emotions. We're very happy to have status updates, Insta statuses that express emotions, rather than go and tell the person concerned. I always say this. Today, if you want to know about someone's mental wellness, see his WhatsApp DP, see his WhatsApp status, and you will come to know. The sad part is, that's put for one person. But the whole world realizes the one person you put it for doesn't see it. Invariably, that's what happens. So when it comes to mental wellness, it's very important that as teenagers, you learn to talk about what you feel. I love teenagers who may argue. I love teenagers who are expressive. I don't want teenagers who shut in and say, no, I don't want to talk about things. Whenever I get teenagers come to me, they say, oh, you're an adult. We've been brought to you by, say, our parents. So you're probably not going to listen to us. And I always say, you don't know till you tell me. And it's only when I talk to them, then I talk to their parents, I try to bridge a gap. They realize, okay, we have somebody who's probably on our side. May not be totally always, but there's definitely there to probably help us reach somewhere. Another very important aspect when it comes to wellness is sleep. We all feel I can manage with 5 hours of sleep, it's fine. It doesn't work that way. If you're sleeping 5.5 hours as an adolescent between 13 and 19, it's going to affect your health as you grow. You have to sleep at least 7.5 to 8 hours. Hell with everything else. Are you eating well? That also affects your mental wellness. I'm not here to tell you don't eat junk, don't eat this, don't eat that. No. But you have to eat well and properly and on time. That's something which is very important. And most importantly, how affected are you by what people tell you? I always remember I had a teacher in the 7th standard who realized that I'm 13 and she felt I was a shy boy, and she said, I have to help this boy become extrovert and open up. A very important thing for your wellness is don't change the person you are. If people have to accept you, they have to accept you the way you are. You don't change your personality for anyone. If they don't accept you the way you are, tell them it's fine. I can't change. If you don't accept me, you can find someone else. I'm happy where I am. So this teacher, who was in the 6th standard, thought she should suddenly help me get extrovert. She put me on an elocution stage, forcibly made me learn a poem, and told me, go and say it, and you'll open up. And I was terribly, terribly scared. And I went on stage, shivered, the mic fell down, I started crying. Of course, my friends in the audience were helpful. They tried to clap and cheer me up, but it didn't help. And I came back. And when I reached my classroom after the elocution, I was told, because of you, we lost the elocution, because you were not able to speak. It was very bad, it was very sad. And I came home, I told my parents, I'm not going to go to school from tomorrow, because I made a fool of myself. I have not lived up to the expectations the teacher had, the class had, my friends had. And I always remember both my parents were sitting and they said, don't worry, it's okay. Today you weren't able to speak. One day you will speak and everyone will listen, and I'm here at a TED event. So that's what wellness is. You have to have people that motivate you. You have to have people that motivate you even if you're down. Don't let anyone tell you you're not beautiful. Don't let anyone tell you you don't look good. Don't let anyone tell you you're dark, you're fair, your hair is not proper. It doesn't matter. What matters is, are they people who appreciate you the way you are? If you have people who appreciate you the way you are, that's more important than anything else. If you have people who like you the way you are, that's more important than anything else. A lot of the times when you're told, visit a psychiatrist, it causes a lot of stigma. Psychiatrist? Me? Am I mentally ill? Am I mad? Even in school, if you have friends who go to a counselor, you tend to wonder, why is he going? Is there something wrong with him? The answer is, it is not being weak if you take help. And you're taking help for wellness, not for illness. It's very important that you take help for wellness. Don't be shy, don't feel bad, don't feel you fall down in someone's eyes if you visit a mental health professional. You don't. If doing anything helps you become happier, it's worth doing it. No one walks your shoes. No one is going to live your life. You're going to do it on your own. I end with a very simple quote on mental wellness. When I went to school at the age of 5, my parents told me the key to being successful in life was being happy. I was made to write an assignment. What do I want to be when I grow up? They said, I wrote happy. The teacher said I didn't understand the assignment. I told them they didn't understand life. Thank you.